Welcome back to the channel JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into the 2020 Liberty Quarter, its history, its design, its rare varieties, and why some collectors are paying hundreds of dollars for the right coin. Most people see a quarter and think it is just 25 cents. But what if I told you that one small detail, one tiny minting error, or one special condition grade could turn that simple quarter into a valuable collector's treasure? Let's start with the history. The 2020 quarter dollar is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010 and continued through 2021. In 2020, the United States Mint released 5 different quarter designs, each honoring a national park or historic site. These included National Park of American Samoa, Ware Farm in Connecticut, Salt River Bay in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Marsh Billings Rockefeller in Vermont, and Tallgrass Prairie in Kansas. On the front of every 2020 quarter, you will see the familiar portrait of George Washington. But this is not the original 1932 design. In 1999, the U.S. Mint updated Washington's portrait to bring it closer to the original sculpt by John Flanagan. So when you look at a 2020 Liberty Quarter, you are seeing a modernized version of a design that has been part of American history for nearly a century. Now here is where things get exciting. Not every 2020 quarter is worth more than face value. In fact, most of them are still worth just 25 cents. But certain versions, especially those in perfect uncirculated condition or with rare mint errors, have sold for hundreds of dollars. Collectors are especially interested in coins graded MS67, MS68, or higher by professional grading services. In these high grades, a 2020 quarter can sell for $100, $200, and in some rare auction cases even around $442 depending on demand and eye appeal. Condition is everything in coin collecting. If your 2020 Liberty Quarter has no scratches, full luster, sharp details, and has never been circulated, it could be worth significantly more than face value. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint carry AP Mint mark. Those from Denver have AD Mint mark. And coins from the San Francisco Mint may have an S Mint mark and are often proof coins made especially for collectors. Proof coins are another category that can be very valuable. These coins have mirror-like surfaces and frosted details. If you have a 2020 S-proof quarter in deep cameo condition, its value can rise quickly, especially if it receives a high professional grade. But that is not all. Our coins from 2020 are creating serious excitement in the market. Some quarters have been discovered with striking errors, off-center designs, double dies, clipped planchets, or die cracks. These mint mistakes are rare, and collectors love them because no two are exactly the same. Imagine finding a 2020 quarter with a dramatic off-center strike or a strong doubling in the lettering. That simple coin could suddenly be worth hundreds of dollars. In some cases, rare and dramatic mint errors have reached values near $442 or more depending on how unique and visible the error is. Now let's talk about the metal composition. The 2020 quarter is made of a copper-nickel clad composition. It contains layers of copper and nickel bonded together. While it does not contain silver like older quarters minted before 1965, its collectible value comes from rarity, condition, demand, and errors rather than precious metal content. So how can you check if your 2020 Liberty Quarter is valuable? First, look at the mint mark. Check whether it is P, D, or S. Then examine the coin under good lighting. Look for unusual features like doubling in the letters, cracks, missing details, or misalignment. Also check the overall condition. Does it look brand new with sharp edges and strong shine? If you believe your coin is special, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade certification can significantly increase the coin's value and make it easier to sell in the market. Now let's talk about the current market value as of recent collector sales. Most circulated 2020 quarters are still worth face value. Uncirculated coins may sell for $1 to $5 depending on demand. Proof versions can range from $5 to $15. However, top-grade mint state coins or rare error varieties have reached prices around $442 in strong collector markets. This shows how powerful condition and rarity can be. Coin collecting is not just a hobby. It is a treasure hunt. Every time you receive change, you have a chance to discover something rare. The 2020 Liberty Quarter may still be circulating in everyday pockets, cash registers, and coin jars across the country. So the next time you see a 2020 quarter, do not ignore it. Take a closer look. You might be holding a small piece of history. You might even be holding $442 without realizing it. If you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden values, and amazing coin history, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because we are constantly uncovering coins that could change the way you look at your spare change forever. And remember, sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Today, we are diving deep into the history, value, hidden details, and the real market story behind the 2018 Liberty Quarter that has collectors searching everywhere. Stay with me until the end because what you are about to learn might completely change the way you look at your spare change forever. The 2018 Liberty Quarter dollar is part of the modern era of United States coinage. But do not let its recent date fool you. Modern coins can be extremely valuable when they carry special features, rare mint errors, low mintages, or exceptional condition grades. The design of the 2018 quarter continues the proud American tradition that dates all the way back to 1796 when the very first quarter dollar was introduced. On the obverse side of the 2018 quarter, you will see the powerful portrait of George Washington. This iconic image has been a symbol of American strength and unity for decades. The word liberty is proudly displayed, along with the national motto "In God We Trust" and the year 2018. Every detail in the portrait reflects precision engraving and advanced minting technology. On the reverse side, depending on the series, the 2018 quarter may belong to the America the Beautiful series. These quarters honor national parks and historic sites across the United States. Each design tells a story of American heritage, natural beauty, and historical importance. Collectors love these coins not just for their potential value but for the stories they carry. Now here is where things get exciting. While millions of 2018 quarters were minted for circulation, not all of them are equal. Certain versions, especially those struck at specific mint facilities or those with mint errors, have caught the attention of serious collectors. Coins struck in San Francisco as proof coins, especially silver-proof editions, can command much higher prices than regular circulation coins. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A regular circulated 2018 quarter is usually worth only its face value of 25 cents. But when you find a coin graded at MS67, MS68, or even higher by professional grading services, the value increases dramatically. High-grade coins with flawless surfaces, strong luster, and perfect strikes can sell for hundreds of dollars. Some rare 2018 quarters with unique mint errors have sold for astonishing prices. Errors like double die strikes, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks can significantly increase value. Collectors are always searching for these unusual pieces because they are rare and unique. And then we come to the headline number. Certain high-grade or rare error 2018 Liberty quarter dollars have reached market values close to $442. Depending on condition and collector demand. This price is not for an ordinary coin pulled from circulation. It is typically for coins in near-perfect condition or with certified grading from respected services like PCGS or NGC. Market demand plays a massive role in determining price. When collectors compete for top population coins, auction prices can rise quickly. A coin graded MS68 with very few examples in existence can become highly desirable. Scarcity plus demand equals higher value. Another factor to consider is silver content. Some 2018 proof quarters were struck in 90% silver. These coins automatically carry intrinsic metal value in addition to collector premium. When silver prices rise, the base value of these coins also increases. Let us talk about how you can identify a potentially valuable 2018 quarter. First, check the mint mark. Look carefully under the date on the obverse side. You may see a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. San Francisco proof coins are usually more valuable, especially silver versions. Second, inspect the coin under strong lighting. Look for doubling in the letters, unusual marks, strike irregularities, or anything that appears different from a normal coin. Even small details can make a big difference. Third, examine the condition. Is the coin shiny with no scratches? Are the details sharp and untouched? Has it been preserved in a protective holder? Coins that remain in uncirculated condition straight from mint sets are much more likely to achieve high grades. Collectors also pay attention to mintage numbers. If a particular design from the America the Beautiful series had lower production numbers, it becomes more desirable over time. As years pass and coins are lost or damaged, high-grade survivors become even scarcer. The story of the quarter dollar itself is a story of American evolution. From the early draped bust quarters of the 1700s to the standing Liberty design of the early 1900s, and finally to the Washington quarter we know today, each era represents a chapter in American history. The 2018 Liberty quarter continues that legacy in a modern context. Many people underestimate modern coins because they believe only old coins are valuable. But history has proven that condition rarity can make even a recent coin worth hundreds of dollars. The difference between a common coin and a valuable one often lies in microscopic details invisible to the naked eye. Imagine finding a 2018 quarter in your change, examining it closely, and discovering it is a rare error coin or a near-perfect uncirculated example. That ordinary moment could turn into a $442 payday. If you are serious about checking your coins, consider investing in a magnifying glass or coin loop. Store potential finds in protective holders to prevent scratches. Never clean your coins because cleaning can reduce value dramatically. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about history, patience, and discovery. Every coin passes through countless hands, carrying stories of commerce, travel, and time. And sometimes, hidden among billions of ordinary coins, there are treasures waiting to be discovered. The 2018 Liberty quarter dollar may not seem special at first glance. But with the right knowledge, sharp eyes, and a bit of luck, you could uncover a coin worth far more than 25 cents. Before you spend your next quarter, take a closer look. Check the mint mark. Examine the surface. Look for errors. You never know when you might be holding a small piece of metal worth $442 in today's collector market. If you enjoyed learning about the 2018 Liberty quarter and its surprising value, make sure to stay tuned for more hidden coin treasures. The next valuable coin could already be in your pocket right now waiting to be discovered. Today we are talking about a coin that looks simple at first glance but can be worth a shocking amount of money. Imagine finding a quarter dollar in your pocket that could be worth $442 or even more in today's market. Yes, we are talking about the 2013 Liberty quarter dollar, a modern coin with history, hidden details, collector demand, and surprising value. Before you spend your spare change, you need to watch this full video because this coin might already be sitting in your drawer right now. The 2013 Liberty quarter dollar is part of the United States Mint's America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2010. While George Washington's portrait appears on the front of the coin, many collectors still call it a Liberty coin because of its strong connection to American freedom and the legacy of Lady Liberty that has been a symbol on U.S. coinage for over 2 centuries. On the obverse, you will see the familiar profile of George Washington facing left. Above his head is the word Liberty. This single word carries powerful meaning. It connects modern quarters to the earliest American coins that featured Lady Liberty herself. The inscriptions also include "I in God We Trust" and the year 2013. Below the portrait you will see the mint mark, which can be P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. Now let's talk about the reverse design. In 2013, 5 different national parks and sites were honored. These include White Mountain National Forest, Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial, Great Basin National Park, Fort McHenry National Monument, and Mount Rushmore National Memorial. Each design has unique artwork and details that make certain versions more collectible than others. So how can a 25-cent coin become worth $442? The answer is condition, rarity, mint mark, and special varieties. Most 2013 quarters in circulation are only worth face value. However, coins in perfect uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services, can sell for hundreds of dollars. High-grade coins are extremely rare because even tiny scratches or contact marks reduce the grade significantly. Proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint are another story. These coins were specially made for collectors using polished dies and planchets. They have mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs. Silver-proof versions contain 90% silver, making them more valuable than regular Clyde quarters. In top condition, some of these proof coins have reached values close to or even above $442 depending on demand and grading. There are also error coins. Mint errors can dramatically increase value. Off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and die cracks are all examples of errors that collectors search for. A dramatic error on a 2013 quarter can turn a common coin into a rare treasure worth hundreds of dollars. Another important factor is mintage numbers. While millions of 2013 quarters were produced, not all mint marks had equal production numbers for every design. Lower mintage combined with high grade equals higher value. Now let's talk about the metal composition. Regular 2013 quarters are made of a copper core with outer layers of nickel. They weigh about 5.67 grams. Silver-proof versions weigh slightly more due to their silver content. Always check the edge of the coin. If you see a solid silver edge without the copper stripe, you might have a silver-proof version. Collectors also pay attention to strike quality. Strong details in Washington's hair, sharp lines in the national park designs, and clean fields free from marks all increase value. Coins stored carefully in original mint packaging or graded holders maintain their condition and command higher prices. Market demand also plays a huge role. Coin values change depending on collector interest, auction results, and silver prices. When demand increases, high-grade coins can jump in value quickly. That is how a quarter originally worth 25 cents can reach $442 in the right condition at the right time. If you think you have a valuable 2013 Liberty quarter, do not clean it. Cleaning can reduce the value drastically. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges and consider professional grading. A certified grade gives buyers confidence and can significantly increase selling price. The history behind this coin series also adds to its appeal. The America the Beautiful series was designed to celebrate the natural beauty and historical importance of American landmarks. Each quarter tells a story about national pride, conservation, and freedom. That connection to American heritage makes these coins more meaningful than ordinary change. Imagine owning a piece of modern history that represents national parks, memorials, and the word Liberty proudly displayed on the front. Now imagine that same coin being worth hundreds of dollars because it survived in near-perfect condition. The 2013 Liberty quarter dollar proves that valuable coins are not always ancient. Sometimes they are modern coins hiding in plain sight. The key is knowledge. When you understand mint marks, condition grades, proof versions, silver content, and mint errors, you can turn ordinary pocket change into a profitable discovery. So after watching this video, take a close look at your quarters dated 2013. Check the mint mark. Examine the condition. Look for proof quality shine or possible mint errors. Weigh the coin if possible. You never know, that simple quarter could be worth $442 or even more in today's collector market. If you enjoyed learning about hidden coin value and want more videos about rare coins, valuable pennies, quarters, and historic treasures, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big discovery. Remember, every coin has a story. And sometimes that story is worth a lot more than 25 cents. Today we are talking about a coin that many people have seen, many people have spent, but very few people truly understand. The 1985p Liberty quarter dollar. A simple 25-cent coin that could be hiding in your pocket, your drawer, or your old coin jar right now. But here is the shocking question. Could your 1985p quarter be worth hundreds of dollars, or even around $442 in today's market? Stay with me because in this video we are going deep into the history, the minting story, the rare errors, the hidden varieties, and the real market value of the 1985 Washington quarter that collectors are searching for right now. First, let's talk about the history. The 1985 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan. On the obverse, you see the powerful left-facing portrait of George Washington. Above his head is the word Liberty. Below his portrait is the date 1985. And if your coin was minted in Philadelphia, you will see a small P mint mark on the obverse side, to the right of Washington's ponytail. Now here is something very important. Before 1980, Philadelphia quarters did not have a mint mark. But by 1985, the P mint mark was standard. That small letter P is extremely important because collectors separate values by mint location. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced more than 776 million quarters. That sounds like a huge number. And yes, it means most 1985 quarters are common. But common does not mean worthless. Now let's talk about composition. The 1985 quarter is not made of silver. It is a clad coin. That means it is made of a copper core with outer layers of nickel. It weighs 5.67 grams and has a reeded edge. So if you were hoping it is silver like pre-1965 quarters, unfortunately it is not. But that does not mean it cannot be valuable. The real money comes from condition and errors. This is where things get exciting. If you find a regular circulated 1985 quarter in average condition, it is usually worth 25 cents to maybe $1. Nothing special. But when we move into high uncirculated grades, everything changes. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the number, the better the condition. An MS-60 coin is uncirculated but may have marks. An MS-65 coin is considered gem quality. But when we reach MS-67 and above, the coin becomes extremely rare in that condition. Here is the key. A 1985 quarter graded MS-67 by a top grading company can sell for hundreds of dollars. And in some auction records, high-end examples have reached around $400 or even $442 depending on eye appeal and demand. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 25-cent coin selling for over $400. But that is not all. Let's talk about errors because error coins are where collectors really pay big money. Some 1985 quarters have been found with off-center strikes. That means the design is not perfectly centered. If the date is still visible and the off-center error is dramatic, the value can jump significantly. Another valuable error is a double die error. This happens when the coin die strikes the design twice at slightly different angles. If you see doubling in the word Liberty, or in the date 1985, that coin could be worth far more than face value. There are also coins struck on long planchets. Imagine a quarter design accidentally struck on a nickel or foreign coin blank. These are rare mint mistakes and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition. Clipped planchet errors are also possible. If a piece of the coin looks like it has a curved bite missing from the edge, do not spend it. That could be a mint error worth serious money. Now let's talk about the reverse design. On the back of the 1985 quarter, you will see an eagle with wings spread wide. This classic design was used until 1998 before the State Quarter Series began in 1999. The eagle design is loved by traditional collectors because it represents strength, freedom, and American history. Because 1985 is before the State Quarters era, many collectors now look back at these earlier quarters with renewed interest. High-grade examples are becoming harder to find because most were heavily circulated. Now let's focus on the current market value. In today's collector market, prices depend heavily on grade and certification. A raw uncirculated 1985 quarter might sell for $5 to $15 if it is very clean. But once certified at MS-66, prices can climb to $40 to $80. At MS-67, auction prices have reached the $300 to $442 range depending on timing and bidding competition. The reason is simple. While millions were made, very few survived in near-perfect condition. Most coins were thrown into circulation bags, scratched, marked, and used in everyday transactions. Finding one with strong luster, sharp strike, clean surfaces, and no visible marks is extremely difficult, and collectors pay for rarity in condition. This is called condition rarity. Not rare because of low mintage, but rare because of survival in top grade. So how do you know if your 1985 P quarter is valuable? First, check the mint mark. Look for the small p on the obverse. Second, inspect the coin under bright light. Look for strong shine, no scratches, no dullness, and sharp details in Washington's hair. Third, check the edges for errors or unusual features. Fourth, weigh the coin if possible. It should be close to 5.67 grams. If it is significantly different, you might have an error strike. If you believe your coin is in exceptional condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Certification can dramatically increase value if the grade comes back high. But remember something important: not every 1985 P quarter is worth $442. Only the best of the best examples reach that level. Many online sellers list coins for high prices, but actual sold auction prices tell the real story. Always check completed sales, not asking prices. The 1985 P Liberty quarter may look ordinary, but hidden inside this everyday coin is history, craftsmanship, and the possibility of surprising value. And here is the exciting part: many people ignore modern coins. They assume only old silver coins are valuable. But smart collectors know that modern high-grade coins can sometimes be harder to find than old ones. So tonight, check your coin jar. Check your drawers. Check your old bank rolls. Because your 1985 P quarter could be worth much more than 25 cents. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1985 P Liberty quarter history and value, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another hidden coin treasure story. And comment below: have you ever found a rare quarter in your change? Your next 25-cent coin could change everything.